Hello you guys, it's Grace, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the books and bookish items I got in the month of December. So I have 19 books to show you guys, and then some cute little trinkets and clothing items that have to do with books, so I'm super excited to show you guys this stuff. I got this first batch of books from bookoutlet.com, so I'm going to start with those. I have 5 books from Book Outlet, so here we go. Alright, the first book I have is Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I've read 2 books by Rainbow Rowell now. I've read Fangirl and Carry On, and I'm really excited to read this one because I've heard really cute things about it. I've heard it's just adorable. It kind of reminds you of your first romance, and it just sounds really cutesy and like a good little fun contemporary read. Next up, I have Everything Everything by Nicola Yoon. This book is about a young girl, and she is allergic to the whole world basically, or at least anything in the world could be like a trigger, and she could have a really bad allergic reaction and she could die, and that would be, you know, kind of a bummer. So anyway, one day a boy moves in across the street from her named Ollie, and a little romance ensues, so it's just really cute. I read this book this month and I loved it. It was just adorable. I really enjoyed it and I highly recommend it to anybody out there who enjoys a good contemporary, or even if you don't. Like, I thought this was just like fantastic, and I'm not a huge contemporary fan. Alright, next up is Zeros by Scott Westerfeld. I don't really know a lot about this book. It just sounded really interesting when I read the description briefly, like a few months ago. I read the description on something, like an email or something that I got from a publisher, and I finally picked it up. It was really cheap, so I thought, hey, it's a good time to pick it up and maybe try it out. So I'm excited. Alright, and then the next book I picked up is also by Scott Westerfeld, and that is Afterworlds. This book is a chunk. It's like 600 pages, and I really don't know very much about this one either. I heard something that it has to do with like a writer or something, but I really have no idea. I'm just gonna probably go into this one not knowing a whole lot except what's maybe in the front cover. Alright, and then the last book I picked up from Book Outlet is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Ahdieh. This is the first book in a duology, I guess, and it sounds really interesting as well. Again, I don't really know a whole lot about it. It says inspired by 1001 Nights. That sounds interesting, so I'm excited to start this one. I don't want to start it until I have the second book in my possession though, so it might be a little bit before I start this book. But I'm super excited. Right, and then the next batch of books came from barnesandnoble.com. I ordered them all over Black Friday weekend, and then they all arrived in the beginning of December, so I'm going to show them to you right now as well. Alright, so the first book, or 3 books I have, is the Grisha trilogy, and this is by Leigh Bardugo. The books are Shadow and Bone, Siege and Storm, and Ruin and Rising. I have heard really good things about this, and I really enjoyed the Six of Crows duology, also by this author, so I'm really excited to start these books. I almost started them in the beginning of January, but my attention was drawn someplace else. So I really hope to be starting these soon, and I'm planning on probably reading them in January, just because I have the trilogy now, and I love this author's work, so I'm really excited to read them. Alright, next up I have another trilogy, and that is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy by Laini Taylor. I started the first book in January. This was where my attention was drawn. I was just picking random books off of my shelves, and I was like, this one sounds really interesting. So I picked it up, and as you can see, I'm like quite a ways through it already. So Daughter of Smoke and Bone is the first book. Days of Blood and Starlight is the second, and then the third book is Dreams of Gods and Monsters. So I'm really excited to read this trilogy because I've heard amazing things about it, especially the third book, and so far I'm in love with the first book. Like, it has been so much fun to read. So that is just awesome. I'm so happy I finally have these 3 books in my collection. Alright, the next book I got, I actually went to Barnes & Noble and picked it up, and that is What Light by J. Asher. It's about this girl whose family goes over to California for the winter, and they sell trees, Christmas trees. because they own a tree farm. So it's really awesome, and there was a little romance in it and some cute friendships, and I just really enjoyed it. Plus, this cover is just adorable. I just love how Christmassy, like the little lights, and I just thought it was cute. Alright, next up I'm going to show you a couple little bookish items that I got in the month of December. Alright, first up I have this t-shirt. Voila! It says relationship status. Taken, single, and mentally shipping myself with a fictional character, which is totally me. I am constantly shipping myself with a fictional character, so I love this shirt. My dad got it for me for Christmas, and I am just in love with it. So thanks, Dad. Alright, and then the rest of my stuff all has to do with Harry Potter. So, it was a good Harry Potter month. But the first thing is this Ravenclaw hat. So yeah, my brother got me this and I just love it so much. It's very cute and I have been wearing it and I love it. Alright, the next thing I got is a little Newt Scamander keychain. I got him from my friend for Christmas and he's just super, super cute. Just look at him. He's adorable. I love his little tiny briefcase. We see his little tiny briefcase. I'm obsessed. He's adorable, and I love him so much. He just looks so cute on my shelf. I was gonna put him on my keys, but I already have an adipose keychain on my keys, and I didn't want him to get all, like, destroyed on my keychain because my adipose keychain is a little rough around the edges now, so I'm keeping him on my shelf where he's nice and safe. Alright, the next thing I have is a wand. I went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter over Christmas break because we were in California, so we went to Universal Studios and we went to the wand experience because I could not be at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter and not go to the wand experience. So we went in. Ollivander, the guy who was acting to be Ollivander, he came up to me, he's like, "Are you a student at Hogwarts?" And I said, "Sí," because apparently I'm fluent in Spanish now. Alright. Anyway, so I went through this whole thing and he had me try out a few different wands and there was this cool like animation of like a plant that I shriveled up and died, and then there was a ladder and papers and it was just really cool. It was like I felt like Harry Potter in that moment and it was just super fun. So this was the wand that we ended up with, and it had the whole like wind blowing in my hair and like the cliche music, and like I just felt so special and I loved it, and it was probably the highlight of my trip because I am a nerd and I was obsessing hardcore over this experience. So anyway, oh, look at this box. There you go. And it's just really awesome. It's like legit. Okay, so this is my wand. Birch with a unicorn core and 15 inches. So yes, this is my wand. It is quite beautiful. Like, look at me. Accio knowledge. If only it worked like that, right? So anyway, yeah, it has this, and then it also has this little map that came with it. Oops, it says Hogsmeade on the map. There's a map of Universal, and then it has these little things on the ground, and you can say spells to them, and then stuff happens. But I didn't actually do that because we did the wand experience at the very end of the day, and I didn't know you could do this. So I never actually did it. So I guess I'm gonna have to go back at some point. Back just has like how to cast spells and stuff on it. Sorry for the awkward light. And I also got this cool bag with it, which says Ollivanders. Makers of fine wands since 382 BC. And then the last thing I got this month is a biggin. I bought myself the Harry Potter hardcover box set. It's beautiful. It's so heavy too. Okay, we're gonna open it. Magic. Okay, so it's the little chest version of it. Oh my gosh, this is heavy. Alright, so it has the 7 books in hardcover. Yes, this is difficult. Okay, so Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix, Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, and Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. So this is beautiful. I've been eyeballing this set of the books for a really long time because the first time I read the books, I borrowed them from friends and or got them from the library. So I still didn't have my own copies of the books and I needed them, so I bought them. I ordered them online and I got a little bit off because they were online, and then I had a 30% off coupon. So I ended up getting them, which this set is usually like $205, and I got it for $95 plus $25 shipping, which was a little outrageous, especially since I'm supposed to get free shipping on things because I'm a member, Barnes & Noble member. But anyway, that's okay. I got it for a little over $100 and I'm so happy. It's just pretty. And I'm really excited to reread the series now. Alright, so that was my December haul. There were quite a few things in it and I was so happy to have all of this wonderful stuff. Please like this video if you enjoyed it. Comment below what you got in the month of December for books and bookish items, or even just random stuff for Christmas, that's fine too. And also subscribe to my channel so you never miss another video. I'll see you next time. Bye!